everyone, this is Deepika Patel and welcome to the school quiz class. So let's start our today's class, and today's class will be based on the revision class, okay, of chapter 8, how do organisms reproduce. So we have seen this chapter in the detail, but we will see the summary of this chapter, okay, maybe in part 1 and the part 2. So part 2. So this is the part 1, okay, because this chapter is very long, and before the examination you should see the summary of every chapter, okay, which is coming in the term 2 examination of yours. Okay, so this is the whole summary uh, of the chapter 8. Okay, so this is the part 1. So let's start our today's class, and this will help you in the examination to solve the questions. Okay, if you if you see the videos again and again, so this will help you to memorize it better. Okay, so let's start our today's class. So what is reproduction? So reproduction is the process where the living beings have the ability to reproduce their offsprings. Okay, offsprings. So you know what is the reproduction process, okay, and why it is important. Why it is important? See, if everyone decides that they will not reproduce further, suppose there is a cat, the species of the cat, okay, so they decided that they will not reproduce further. So after some time, the cat species will be wiped out from the environment, okay, from the earth, wiped out, and this will affect our environment. And basically you can relate it with the food chain and the food web, with food chain and the food web. Okay, so there will be a mouse. Okay, so mouse you know the mouse is eaten by the cat. Okay, so when the cat species is wiped out, so you can see the population of the mouse will be increasing. Okay, obvious, there will be another organisms which can eat the mouse, but the particular chain where the cat inhibit, okay, so their particular chain of the food chain will disturb, and the this also disturb the ecosystem or the environment. Okay, so all the things is relating with each other. Okay, so that's why the reproduction process is important because it helps in the continuation of the continuation of life. And remember, reproduction is not an essential process for our body. Reproduction is not an essential process of our body. Why? Because we can live without this process. We can live without this process, but we cannot live without the uh, circulatory system. Okay, digestion process. Okay, breathing process. Okay, respiratory, which is called the respiratory system. Okay, so we cannot live without all these process, but we can live with the without the we can live without the reproduction process. Okay, so this is not an essential process, but definitely this is a process which is important for our environment and for the species, for their continuation of the life. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. Now we have some important terms like the species, populations, and the organisms. Okay, so remember by this Venn diagram that the species is the whole, then the population, and then in the population we have our organisms or the individuals. Okay, so just remember this Venn diagram, and you can create your own definition by this diagram. Okay, so a species, a group of population or populations whose members have common characteristics and are capable of interbreeding among themselves to produce fertile offspring. Okay, and what is the populations? A population is a group of organisms. Okay, and a species is a group of populations. Okay, belonging to the same species that live in the same area and interact with one another. And what is organisms? An organism is an individual form of life that is capable of growing and reproducing and have one or more cells. Okay, so this is all the species, the population, and the organs. Okay, now we have one more question, that do we create exact copy of themselves? Okay, do the reproduction process, you can say, create exact copy of themselves? Okay, the answer is no. The answer is no. See, there is two words in the biology, like the similar and the identical. So we are similar in a species. In a species, the body designs and the structures will be similar. Okay, we can say they are all the species are the similar. Okay, that's why we are classified every organisms into a population and then the species. Okay, so their body design will be same. Their body design will be same. When we talking about the body design, then they are similar. Okay, designs, then they are similar. But when we say that, do they exactly look like themselves? Okay, exactly look like means, am I look like to you, or you are looking like to me? Okay, the answer is no, because there are some changes. That's why our face and our height, our eye color, our face color, okay, our colors, our facial structure is, everything is different. Okay, if we have our same personal same structure structure of the face, same eye color, same height, same sorry, hair. Okay, so our Aadhaar card also will do the same. Okay, so that's a funny part. But remember that we are similar in our body designs, but we are not identical to each other. Okay, because we cannot look exactly exactly. Okay, we cannot look like exactly ourselves. Okay, am I not I'm not looking like you exactly, and you are not looking like me exactly. Even the we are not look like exactly to our parents, because okay, and to our brother sisters. So remember the difference between the similar and the identical. Okay, now we have the cell. Okay, so our body is made up of a cell, and the cell makes the tissue. Okay, and from the tissue the organs made, and from the organs the body made. Okay, so now in the cell will be divided. Because of the cell divisions, the tissue forms and the organ and the body. So when the cell divides, let's say this cell is dividing, okay, in the two cells, and this cell will be divided in two cells, and this cell will be divided in two cells. Okay, so in the cell there is a nucleus. Okay, and in the nucleus there is a chromosome, and the chromosome there is a DNA and the gene also. Okay, so DNA carrying the information of the information of the inheritance inheritance. So if you have the multiple choice question, that which of these carried the information of the inheritance, you can say the DNA. And if the DNA is not in the options, you can go with the gene. Okay, so DNA. Okay, so when that cell is divided, let's say this cell is divided into two, so the nucleus is also dividing. Firstly the nucleus dividing, then the cell divides. Okay, the nucleus dividing, and obviously so the information is transferring from this cell to this cell. Okay, so there almost all the information is same because this is the parent cell. Okay, and from this cell the new cell is creating, but there are some changes. There are some changes in the information, some minor changes in the information. Okay, and these minor changes called the variations. Okay, that's why we cannot exactly look like to our parents. Okay, so these are called the variation. There are some variations in every human beings. Okay, or in every individuals. So after a long time, let's say after 1,000 years, there will be a new species formed from this parent cell. Okay, so this parent cell is dividing, and there will be a time when a species is formed which is completely different from their parent cell. The information is containing in this cell is totally different with the information is containing this cell. Okay, so we can say that this is a completely new species. Okay, and when the completely new species is formed from after a long time because of the variations, so this leads to the evolution. So this is the basic difference between the variations and the evolution, because variation leads to the evolution. Okay, now let's see more important terms. Here you can say variation refers to an individual that possesses characteristics different from the others of the same kind. Evolution inbuilt tendency for variation during reproduction is the basis for evolution. Okay, variation leads to the evolution. Now what is niche? So you can remember niche that from your house. Okay, so this is a house. In the house, or you have your room. Okay, this is a room, this is a house, and this is your room. Okay, in your room you have books, you have some uh, entertainment material. Okay, like the some indoor games type. Okay, and some many things which is important to you. Okay, so this is your comfort zone. Okay, and this is called a niche. Suppose this is the environment, all the environment. Okay, and the particular area in the environment which is suitable for a species for their functional role, like to grow, to reproduce. Okay, and many others function. So this is called the niche. Okay, so you can remember with the comfort zone word. Comfort zone word. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you what is niche. So niche is a particular area in the environment for the species where they can perform their functions, as well as they can survive in the environment. Okay, so this is the niche. Now let's move to other topic, like what is the importance of variation. So what is the importance of variation? Okay, just a second. So what is the importance of variation? Suppose this is a particular niche for a particular species. Okay, and suppose this is a species. Okay, and this species can live in the only the temperate environment. And suppose the environment change suddenly, and this environment becomes cool. Okay, suddenly the temperature will go down. Temperature go down. Okay, cool. So now what will happen? This species cannot live in this environment. Okay, because this is suddenly changed, and this species only can live in the temperate environment, and the temperature of this environment becomes cool, so they cannot live in this environment, they cannot survive in this environment. Okay, and suppose the variation is leading. Okay, and then there will be some individuals in this species that can live in this environment which is becoming now, and that is the cool environment. They can live in this environment. That's why the individuals that's why the in this species, the individual which can survive in this environment, they can remain, and their species can be further increased. Okay, that's why the variation is important, because we do not know when the sudden change just happen in the environment. Okay, so that's why the variation is important. Now, do organisms create exact copy of themselves? No, we have seen that. Okay, what is reproduction? We have seen that all the living beings have the ability to reproduce their offspring. This is called the reproduction. Okay, and why it is important? Because the continuation of the life. Now, the reproduction is of two types. Let's say reproduction, two types: sexual and the asexual reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. So in the sexual reproduction, what is, there will be one parent for the reproduction process. Okay, and there will be, here in the sexual reproduction there will be two parents for the reproduction process. Okay, so the example is like, let's say the amoeba. Okay, and some plants also. And in the sexual, you already know that the human beings, animals, cats, dogs, lions. Okay, and some plants also. So we will see one by one what is this process. Okay, and in the asexual reproduction, there are many types like fission, and in the fission, the binary fission and the multiple fission, binary and the multiple. Okay, fragmentation, regeneration, here budding, spore formation, and the vegetative propagation. Okay, so what is the fission? So let's clear this. Okay, so what is the fission process? So in this process, fission means split apart. Okay, so in this process the cell is divided into two daughter cells. two daughter cells two daughter cell. When the cell is divided into two daughter cell, then this is called the binary fission. Okay, and the example of this, the amoeba. Okay, leishmania. And from the leishmania, remember, the black fever happens. Okay, basically it from the sandfly, but the main source is the leishmania. Okay, so black fever, and you can say the kala azar. Okay. Now, what is the multiple fission? So in the multiple fission, the cell is divided into multiple daughter cells. Okay, into multiple daughter cells. So this is called the multiple fission. And what is the example of this? The plasmodium. Basically, what happens that, let's suppose this is a cell, and when it is mature, so it reproduces, and this type becomes, and the cell divides into various daughter cells. Okay, multiple daughter cells. So this is called the multiple fission, and this is called the binary fission. Okay, now what is fragmentation? So fragmentation is a process where in the mature stage the organisms will split apart, and from their um, parts they will grow into a full-fledged organisms. Okay, let's say, and the example is the spirogera. Just check the spelling. Okay, let's suppose this is a spirogera, and what will happen when in the mature stage, this will split apart. Okay, so this will fragment. Okay, this will fragment, and this part will grow into a full-fledged spirogera, and this part also will grow into a full-fledged spirogera. So this is called the fragmentation. Okay, fragmentation, reproduction. What is regeneration? So let's see. So the example of the regeneration reproduction is the planaria. So what will happen in this? Like, say, let's say this is a planaria. Okay, so it will grow here in three parts. Okay, let's say it will broke in three parts. So what will happen, this part which is broken, okay, this part will into regenerate their parts. This part will regenerate their parts, and even sometimes the full-fledged planaria also grow parts. Okay, and this also will regenerate, and this part also will regenerate. Okay, so basically the regeneration process is not comes under the is not, we can count on the reproduction process, because it is regenerating. Okay, regenerating, because uh, the part was already there, because it is broken, then that is why it is regenerating. But in the reproduction we can see that there the parents are creating their offsprings. Okay, but here the regeneration is happened, and that's why it cannot like say that it is a purely reproduction process, but we can count on the under the asexual reproduction. Okay, so how it is happens, how the regeneration happens. Let's say this is a cell, okay, and this is a B cell, and this is a C cell. So when this broke, so in this cell they have some information of the B and C cell, and the B cell they have some information of the A and C cell, and similarly goes with the C cells. Okay, so they have in this A cell they have the information of the B and C cells. Okay, so they can regenerate their parts based on this information which they have. Okay, so that's how they regenerate their parts. Okay, now what is budding? What is budding? So budding is the process. Let's say budding is the outgrowth process. Okay, the example is the hydra. Let's say there is a hydra, this is a hydra. Okay, and there is a bud which is outgrowing in the particular specific area in the hydra. Okay, so this bud will grow. Okay, grow, and when it is matured enough, when it is matured enough, like this type it is grown. Okay, when it is mature enough, then this will be detached from here, and a full-fledged hydra we will get. Okay, so this type we will get. Okay, so from the hydra the bud will grow in the particular area of the hydra, in the specific area of the hydra, and this bud will grow, and when it is matured enough, so it will be detached from the hydra, and a completely full-fledged hydra will be formed. Okay, so this is called the budding process. Budding asexual reproduction. So this is happening in the multicellular organisms. Okay, multicellular and unicellular, both. Unicellular, both. Okay, let me clear this. So fission, fission, we have fragmentation, we have regeneration, and we have budding. Okay, so these are all asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and fission is a process in the unicellular. Okay, and fragmentation in the multicellular, regeneration also in the multicellular, and budding can happen in both the unicellular and the multicellular also. Okay, so just remember this different this difference. Okay, okay, so we have remaining these two and the sexual reproduction. So we will see in our part 2 video. Okay, part 2. So in the part 2 we will complete the whole chapter. Okay, so let's end this class here and we will meet in our next class. Okay, thank you for joining with us. Thank you again.